For thousands of years, one ancient monument has stood silently on a windswept plain. Massive stones, impossible precision. No written records, just questions. How did ancient people, with no machines, no metal tools, and no modern technology, build one of the most complex structures in human history? And more importantly, why? Today, we uncover the real truth behind Stonehenge, who really built it, what it was truly used for, and why its secrets were hidden for millennia. This is not a legend. This is not a myth. This is history, long misunderstood. Welcome to Hidden History Gems. Stonehenge is one of the most famous and mysterious monuments on Earth. Located in southern England, this prehistoric structure has fascinated historians, archaeologists, and scientists for centuries. Built around 3000 to 2000 BCE, Stonehenge consists of massive standing stones, some weighing over 25 tons, arranged with astonishing astronomical precision. For generations, people believed its origins were unknowable. But today, thanks to modern archaeology, new discoveries, and cutting-edge science, the mystery is finally beginning to unravel. And the truth is far more human and far more incredible than any myth. At first glance, Stonehenge looks simple, large stones arranged in circles. But a closer look reveals something extraordinary. The monument is composed of two main types of stones: sarsen stones, which are massive sandstone blocks, sourced from over 20 miles away, and the bluestones, which are smaller but still enormous rocks, transported all the way from Wales, nearly 150 miles away. Each stone was shaped with precision. Some stones were even carved with joints, similar to woodworking techniques, allowing them to lock together. This level of engineering should not have existed in the Stone Age. Yet, there it was. It wasn't just about putting big rocks in a field. It was about intricate design and a deep understanding of construction that challenges our very perception of prehistoric capabilities. How they managed this feat remains one of the site's most enduring puzzles. For centuries, with no clear answers, people filled the knowledge gap with imagination. Medieval legends claimed that wizards, perhaps Merlin himself, built Stonehenge using magic. Others believed that giants carried the stones across the land, their immense strength being the only explanation for the monument's scale. Some even suggested it was created by lost civilizations from distant lands, or even supernatural beings. But these stories all had one thing in common: they underestimated ancient humans. The real builders were not mythical creatures. They were intelligent, organized, and deeply connected to their environment. These myths, while fascinating, tell us more about the people who told them than about the ones who actually raised the stones. The reality, as we're now discovering, is far more impressive than any fairy tale. So, who really built Stonehenge? Modern archaeology gives us a clear answer. Stonehenge was built by Neolithic farming communities living in Britain. These people were not primitive savages living in caves. They were sophisticated people who understood astronomy, geometry, and large-scale construction. Evidence from nearby settlements, like Durrington Walls, shows organized societies with leaders, rituals, and powerful shared beliefs. Building Stonehenge wasn't a quick project. It required thousands of people working together, not for a year or a decade, but over generations. This wasn't the work of slaves or outsiders forced into labor. It was a massive community effort, a project that defined their identity and brought together people from across the region. Imagine the dedication, the shared purpose, and the incredible social organization it took to create something so monumental. This brings us to one of the greatest engineering questions in history. Without wheels, without metal tools, and without animals powerful enough to haul such weight, how did they do it? How did they move 25-ton stones across miles of rugged terrain? Archaeologists now believe the stones were transported using a combination of clever techniques. They likely used wooden sledges, greased with animal fat, pulled with ropes made from plant fibers, and rolled over a track of logs. It was slow, back-breaking work. The journey for the sarsens would have taken years. For the bluestones from Wales, the journey was even more epic. The route likely involved both land and water. Researchers suggest the stones were dragged to rivers and then floated on massive rafts, before being hauled over land again for the final stretch. Recent discoveries of ancient roads and pathways leading directly to the site support these theories. It wasn't magic. It was sheer human determination, ingenious planning, and a level of patience that is almost impossible to comprehend today. Now for the biggest question of all: why was Stonehenge built? For a long time, scholars argued endlessly over its purpose. Was it a temple for sun worship? A sophisticated astronomical calendar? A burial site for kings and queens? The answer, it turns out, is likely all of them. Stonehenge was primarily a ceremonial and spiritual center. Its most famous feature is its alignment with the solstice. On the summer solstice, the sun rises perfectly over the heelstone, flooding the central altar with light. During the winter solstice, it sets in exact alignment through the great trilithons. These moments were not just astronomical curiosities. They marked critical points in the agricultural calendar, the times of planting, harvesting, and survival. But it was more than just a calendar. Human remains found buried at and around the site confirm it was also a burial ground, a place of the ancestors. The sheer number of burials, especially those of important individuals, suggests Stonehenge was a sacred place connecting life, death, and the cosmos. It wasn't just a structure. It was a statement of belief, a physical manifestation of their entire worldview. Let's dive deeper into Stonehenge and astronomy. One of the most astonishing discoveries is its astronomical accuracy. This was not a lucky accident. It was intentional. For people whose very survival depended on the seasons, understanding the sun's path was everything. Stonehenge was a way to understand time itself, to predict the changing seasons, and to feel a sense of control over a world that could be harsh and unpredictable. The builders were not just guessing. They were observing the sky with incredible precision, passing down their knowledge through generations. Stonehenge was their celestial clock, their sacred calendar, and their link to the universe. This astronomical function likely formed the backbone of the rituals and ceremonies that took place here, uniting the community in a shared cosmic drama. So, after all this, what was Stonehenge really for? Two main theories compete to explain its ultimate purpose, and the truth may lie somewhere between them. Theory 1 is that Stonehenge was primarily a spiritual and religious monument. It was a temple, built to honor the sun, the moon, and the ancestors. It was a place for healing, for ceremony, and for connecting the earthly realm with the spirit world. In this view, the monument's main function was to serve the religious needs of the community. Theory 2 suggests Stonehenge functioned as a political and social symbol. Building such a massive monument required cooperation between different tribes from across Britain. In this view, Stonehenge was a project designed to unify these groups, to create a shared identity, and to demonstrate the power and influence of the leaders who organized its construction. It was a declaration of strength and unity, visible for miles around. For centuries, Stonehenge was seen as an unsolvable mystery, a silent riddle left behind by an unknowable people. But today, the fog is lifting. It was built by humans, not gods or giants. It was engineered with intelligence and skill, not magic. And it was designed with a profound purpose, not by random chance. Stonehenge stands as powerful proof that ancient civilizations were far more advanced, more organized, and more deeply connected to their world than we ever imagined. So now the question is yours. Was Stonehenge mainly a sacred bridge between earth and the sky, a place of spiritual connection? Or was it a symbol of unity and power, a political statement etched in stone? Tell us what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed uncovering this ancient secret, subscribe to Hidden History Gems for more hidden stories from humanity's forgotten past. Turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. And join us as we continue to reveal the truths history tried to bury. Thanks for watching.